So, Rob Buffington here with Home Seekers and Berkshire Hathaway of Home Services of East Lansing, Michigan. Today we're going to talk to you, the consumer, about what is going on with and what to think about as you process what everyone's following right now is the class action lawsuit against NAR, National Association of Realtors. And basically, the lawsuit is saying that top brokerages around the country colluded to keep commissions high, and ultimately the court ruled against NAR and against the top brokers in the country, and basically said that they are at fault. And so the one thing to think about is I had a conversation yesterday with one of my investor clients, and he was asking me about it. And what I told him was, like, a lot of people are missing the fact that you really need representation. When you have a lawsuit, use that analogy, and you need representation as far as an attorney. You're not going to go out there and try to do that on your own. There are people that in our industry that try to sell their house for sale by owner or something like that without representation. But speaking back to this lawsuit, there's been a real just a demand for buyer agency in this post-COVID era. And now we're going on 3 years since COVID was here. But more than ever, people have needed representation when they go to buy a house. So think about this, at least what I know in our market, Greater Lansing area, is that if you're a buyer, you're competing against 10, 20, 30, 40 other buyers. How do you do that without representation? There's real value in that. And so, that's the one thing that I want consumers to think about, is that, buyer agency is huge, and we need to have those buyers, those agents representing those buyers, because that's what produces the sale for the sellers. Listing agents are representing the sellers. So there's a lot of confusion as to, whether or not a buyer agent is actually necessary. And the one thing that I would say to any consumer that questions that is, if you're on trial for something, would you want legal representation? It's the same sort of thing when you work with a top producing team or, group of professionals that sell thousands of houses. We're going to close about a house every other day this year. We are immersed in the real estate business, and we know the business. We know how to craft an offer that's going to be most appealing to that seller. We know our fiduciary duty belongs to buyer or seller, whoever we're representing. And so you want to hire someone that's going to be looking out for your best interest throughout the entire process. And that's what we're here to do. So think about that. Don't get caught in the noise out there. Just look for the proper representation when the time is right for you to buy or sell real estate, and don't look any further than Home Seekers. We're here to help.